Going to give you a little snip of my boy Isaac Hare and his band called Sleeze. Now, that's just one song. I put a playlist up the other day with a whole bunch of songs. So this is the band that I am getting ready to manage straight up. Now, they're working on their third album. But they haven't really had, let me plug up my phone. They haven't really had like a manager, someone that can, do some legwork, do a little bit of homework. And that's what I do. I spend countless hours sitting here at this desk researching and reaching out to record labels and artist relations departments at these record labels. And soon I will have a small portfolio with some CDs that I can manila envelope and I can mail to a lot of these record labels and radio stations. I'm going to do everything that I can, to get this band signed. Now, we've been told by Vicki Hamilton that, well, she didn't basically tell it, but I can tell you exactly what she meant in her email. She said she wanted to see the band. Now, she's not going to go to Chicago. She's not going to go to Rockford, Illinois. She's not going to go to Mobile, Alabama. So what has to happen is that we all need to go there. Simple as that. She said that she looks forward to working with me and Isaac and his band. And also, would Isaac be interested in doing some acting? Fucking right he would. You know what I mean? My client is ready to go ahead and take on whatever, job that's thrown his way. I put it in her ear about, these documentary films and biographies done about Nirvana. And Isaac resembles Kurt Cobain a lot. And so, I put it in her ear that, he is willing to play that lead role in a documentary movie about their band Nirvana or just Kurt Cobain. Whether it be the Kurt Cobain story or the story of Nirvana. This is a band where somebody needs to come along, and I'm not talking about Isaac's band, but Nirvana. That was a band where a movie should be done about them. And definitely about the mysterious death of Kurt Cobain. I saw one photo only of Kurt Cobain's upper portion of his body laying in that that loft above the garage in his Seattle home. And let me tell you something, that was a gruesome photo. The shotgun was a single barrel, I believe, shotgun, and it was placed into his mouth, and the trigger was pulled, and it blew out the whole backside of his head. So the picture of Kurt Cobain that you see of just his hand and his right leg and his shoe kicked off to the right, I've seen the whole autopsy photo. Well, not autopsy photo, but I've seen the crime scene photo, you know, which I consider a crime scene because somebody was in there with him prior to him, you know, apparently committing suicide. I've watched about 4 or 5 documentaries on Nirvana today, and there's some really strong conspiracy theories that he was murdered and somebody was paid by Courtney Love to take care of the matter. So, and with that that executioner band member who is now dead, died 3 days after the documentary on who killed Kurt Cobain was put out, was offered $50,000 by Courtney Love to kill Kurt Cobain. So, and he took a lie detector test and passed it with flying colors. Now, you know, that's credible to me. I don't give a fuck what anybody says that might not be a credible witness, but hey, man, if a motherfucker tells you that Courtney Love offered up $50,000 to kill Kurt Cobain and make it look like a suicide, I would believe him before I would believe her. So I put that in her ear, and I know she's been thinking about this. She returned an email to Isaac to let Isaac know that you know, she's deeply interested in meeting the band and watching them perform. And she said he was very talented, and she also stated, Jay said that you guys were going to be heading out here to Los Angeles sometime this summer. Preferably the 21st. Excuse me. But see, let me tell you something right quick before I get off track here. But these are no good for you. This is loaded full of sodium. That's why I'm burping right now, because of this. Try not to eat a lot of these cup of noodles and them ramen noodles. They are fucking highly loaded with sodium in there. It's a fucking heart attack in a cup waiting to happen. So, I just got off the phone with Isaac, and he leaves on Monday for Mobile, Alabama. So, the work's not finished. Really, I've got a friend request his band members, which I did 2 days ago, but, you know, I got shut down. So, you know, thank God I'm not shut down right now, and I can actually still use my same email address and a different password to get into this brand new Facebook page that I've created, which is number 5 or number 6. They totally just fucking deleted my other account. Bang. So, you would have thought I was fucking a Taliban soldier or fucking an ISIS member living here in the United States of America, and I was talking about going and blowing up something. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers shut me down real fast. So, I know that Vicky is a decent woman, and I really can't wait to meet her. I was just telling Isaac, you know, with me being in my late 40s, my last year of my 40s, and she's in her 50s, that it's going to be an honor to meet this woman. She wrote a book called Appetite for Dysfunction. It's all about the, you know, Guns N' Roses and Poison, the whole Sunset Strip, the LA rock scene back in the 80s. Now, you know, it's a lot different now than what it was then because of all the computers and technology that we have and the social media that we have now. So I think it's a lot easier now to get recognized than what it was back then. Back then, you had to put flyers out everywhere, which still gets done today. Here's some, you know, flyers right here. And so, you know, band flyers still happens. People still go make up flyers and go stick them on telephone poles. And let me tell you something. I've walked up and down the Sunset Strip. You should see the thousands and thousands of staples that are in the telephone poles in front of the Whiskey Go-Go and all down Sunset Boulevard. It's insane. You would be hours standing there picking fucking staples out of the fucking wood. That's how long they've been there, the history on them telephone poles. I wish there was a way that you can time lapse the past 35 years off of one telephone pole in front of the Whiskey Go-Go and just look at all the rock stars that put their flyers on the pole. We're talking Vince Neil, Tommy Lee walking around, you know what I mean, back in the 1980s and handing out flyers, come check our band out. You know what I mean? I don't know if they were walking around in full makeup and gear down the street or they were just in their jeans and their flannel shirts and they were handing out fucking shit. I don't know. I do know this much, though. They put out a lot of flyers and they advertised. Poison put out a lot of flyers. They used these nasty neon green or lime green flyers that nobody would buy. They put their band on that and they put them up. So I don't think that we really got to get too in depth with the fucking flyer situation. I believe that we can honestly go out there and just, not audition, but go get a gig. Go speak to a bar owner and, hey, man, we like to come perform here. Most likely, they're going to get kicked to a open mic night, perform at an open mic night. Now, if the owner of the bar, which this does happen, likes what he sees and likes what he hears, there's that good possibility that he approaches you when you're done and says, hey, you guys sounded pretty damn good, man. You want to play here on Friday nights? There you go. So it could take 3 or 4 or 5 Friday nights, you know what I mean, to, for the word to spread. Hey, man, I saw a band downtown, on Sunset Strip, man. You got to see this lead singer, man. These boys sound good. The kid looks like, this is who his dad is. This is who his... It's all going to work out, man. I want my boy Isaac to understand that I'm not going to slow down, man. All right? I'm never going to get tired of what it is that I do. I like to promote. I love to promote somebody's shit. And when you're hot, I'm going to promote it. You know what I mean? You're an international band. You guys have toured for 3 months on the road. You've played from Pittsburgh all the way to Seattle, Washington in the the northern part of the country. You know what I mean? And you've got to understand that, there comes a time in your life, man, where you're going to have to sacrifice a few things to get other things. And, jobs are one of them, man. You know what I mean? A true band that really wants it bad enough, they go for it. They get in the van and they don't head east. They head west. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Hopefully, we can, have an easier journey than having to go through what they did, 30 years ago or 40 years ago. So, 30-something years ago. So anyway, again, I tell you guys, go check out Sleeze, Sleeze. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, and enjoy the videos, man. And my favorite one is Saving Hitler's Brain, or They Saved Hitler's Brain. So that's one of my favorites. The one I was sitting here listening to. Shit's dope. Now, I want people to understand that when they watch this video, this is not a Nazi supporting band. They don't support Nazis and Hitler and all that shit. There's a story behind Hitler's Brain, so, I suggest you Google it and research it, you know what I mean? But, good song. Every song that I've listened to so far from this band, I've liked. And I look forward to receiving the 2 CDs, the first and the second one. And I know the third one's going to be off the chain. So, this is a hard-working kid, man. And I really like this guy. And I just want to be that, that big brother to him. You know what I mean? So, enjoy. And just wish me good luck, man. You know what I mean? And this band, and everybody. I wish everybody good luck in life, man. Do your thing, man. Don't put a wall up. Knock it down. Jump over the wall. You know what I mean? Go for your dreams, man. Reach out. You know what I mean? Make it happen. You can do it. If you want to be a firefighter, go be a firefighter. You want to be a police officer, go be a police officer. You want to be an electrician, a nurse, you know what I mean, a carpenter, I mean, a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, a record executive, a fucking radio station owner, go for it, man. Do it up. If you own a radio station, hit me up. I'd like to have Sleeze live on the radio. And one more thing about Sleeze before I get off here. They were on Man Cow in the Morning in Chicago, Illinois. Man Cow's big time, just like Howard Stern. I don't know. Man Cow might have a syndicated radio station now on Sirius XM. I have no idea, but they were on Man Cow. That's good, man. You know what I mean? Fucking. What's next? Howard Stern? Of course. You know what I mean? It's just going to take some publicity, some recognition, some promotions to get this band recognized. And like I said, they're already an international band. There's thousands of people know who they are. What's the views on this one here? It's like 6,000 or 7,000 views. You know, it's got 6,113 views, and it was published on April the 3rd of 2013. So for 4 years, it's been up, and it's got almost 7,000 views. You know, here's 5.1 thousand. You know, here's 3.8 on Sleeze. You know, there's a whole bunch of them. But they can get to that 28 million. Danzig's mother, 28 million views. You know what I mean? That's good. Here's a video here. They saved Hitler's brain live at the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm going to watch it. You guys have a good one.
Same hotel, same
Peace out.
price? No.